Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. How are you today? We are from Group 10. My name is Rani Harlinda with students number 23212227 and my partner.
I am Ningvina Ervina Rusmana with students number 2321223030.
Okay, so today we will present one of the author of children's book that is Arnold Lobel's A Daydreamer. Let's start by his life story. Arnold Stark Lobel was born on May 22nd, 1933 in Los Angeles, California. He was raised in Schenectady, New York. As a child, he often sick.
PR tuh apa ya?
As a child, Lobel was often sick, so he spent a lot of time to pursue his PhD. When he grew up, he attended the Pratt Institute in Brooklyn, New York, for studied art and illustrations. And in 1955, after he graduated, he married Anita Kepler, which is a children's writer and illustrator. They met while in art. They met in art school, and the two worked in the same studio. After college, Lobel was unable to support himself as either a children's book author or illustrator. So he worked on Tender. He worked in advertising and trade magazines, which he openly disliked. In the early 1980s, 1980s, he and Anita separated and he moved to Greenwich Village.
Mana orangnya?
He died.
Itu dia mas bos.
Tadi aku tengah suka jadi kok sih. He died on cardiac arrest for suffering AIDS on December 4th, 1987. And next we will talk about the characteristic of his books. He created a lot of books. There are Owl at Home, Mouse Tales, and The Frog and Toad. He was a famous writer and also illustrator. His books are special because they have several characteristics. The first, a creator of fables. He is a creator of fables for children. Almost his book features animals characters who face everyday challenges, and by the end they learn a valuable moral. For the second is his book illustrated by him with a watercolor tone. Arnold Lobel illustrated Christian book.
Tidak refleks orangnya.
And his watercolor was created a warm and gentle look, bringing his stories to life and making them visually appealing to young readers. And for the last, his book is simple text. His storytelling style was gentle and engaging.
Ya itu dia apa? Mana orangnya yang mana?
and consists of a language without unnecessary details. This book were
Kungkung ta.
were
Kaya agaknya
not
mulai.
just entertaining but also educational
The
that
Vincent.
may
Davin,
helping
Davin.
young readers to
Dulu.
develop a
Neng,
sense of
Neng, Neng,
empathy,
Neng,
kindness,
Neng.
Harus sama. Kalau aku neng doang, berarti neng doang.
Ini atuh dah ada anjir aku.
Neng.
Maybe that's all from the characteristic. The next we will talk about
Kita lihat.
one of the famous books of Arnold Lobel,
I
that
am
The
Ground
Prison
Game.
Binding Tina.
Ayam
Okay,
geram, tahu
thank you
nama
so
gamenya?
much, Rani, for the great explanation.
Ayam
Now, I would focus
Ground.
more on one of the most famous books by Arnold Lobel, which is Frog and Toad Are Friends. This book teaches us, especially children, about friends can be different, but should always be kind to each other. Because of its popularity, Lobel created 4 series books based on these characters. And now I will explain about the strengths and also the weaknesses of this book.
Oh,
Let's start with its strengths. Number 1 is soft and expressive illustrations. As Rani mentioned before, that Lobel created his own illustration of his book, and for Frog and Toad Are Friends, he used a soft color and also gentle lines that creating a warm and also inviting atmosphere to read more. And the frog and the body language and the expression faces of Frog and Toad Are Friends can help children to more engage with these books. Number 2 is simple yet meaningful. This story is written in simple language, making them easy to read, especially for children. However, this book contains a deep message about friendship, kindness, and also about life lessons, making children to have a moral lessons of this life. And number 3 is gentle humor and warmth. This story has a light-hearted and comforting tone, and the humor in the story is subtle and also natural. Children or readers can smile while reading these books, but also can feel a sense of comfort and also familiarity. And the last one is relatable characters of all complements characters. Frog and Toad often have contrasting personalities, but they can complement with each others. Their emotion and their struggle in this story can make children to have a better connection with them. That's all about the strengths of this book. Let's move to the weaknesses. There are 3 weaknesses of this story. Number 1 is overly simplistic. This story is very simple with little conflicts and tensions. While this can make it easy to understand, but some children might find this story is lack of excitement. And number 2 is low of excitement. It's honestly kinda related with the first one because this story is more focused on gentle storytelling rather than actions or adventures. But readers who prefer adventure or adrenaline stories might find this story is so slow and so it's kinda flat. And the last one is old-fashioned. The themes, the writing style, and also the illustration of this story have a classic and also timeless quality. But some children might find this story outdated compared to others modern children's book. So that's all about the strengths and the weaknesses of Frog and Toad Are Friends. In conclusions, this story is a timeless story that teaches children, especially teaches us, especially children, about kindness, friendship, and also acceptance. Despite its simplicity, this story this story remains meaningful. This story remains meaningful and loved by many people, especially children, specifically children. And I hope this presentation will find out why Armadillo Bells book is very very special. Maybe that's all we can say.
Ning ako
Thank you so
masih
much for
agak
listening.
gak kesimpan
Wassalamualaikum
otomatis.
wabarakatuh.